24 hours, that's all the time I get to run it up.
Hi guys, it's your girl Hot Girl Koya, and this is the Hottest with Hot Girl. Today I have the beautiful Miss Dikia Curien with me. I'm so happy that you joined me today. You know, I want you to tell everyone a little bit about yourself and, you know, your lovely products you have with us today. Beautiful bag.
Hi. So thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your invite, Koya. I feel like you're such a beautiful person.
Thank you. You as well.
I just enjoy your energy and your spirit.
Thank you.
So thank you for inviting me. Thank you for
course.
having me. My name is Dikia Curien. I've been in business as an entrepreneur for about 13 or 14 years. I'm from Clinton, North Carolina, born and raised. This is my home.
Okay.
I am a natural hairstylist. I've also dipped into the fashion industry a little bit.
Okay.
So both of those have always been my passion. Yeah.
You say you've been an entrepreneur for about 13, 14 years. Let's talk about that. How did you get your start?
Whew. Okay. Well, I've always wanted to own my own boutique. So that was like, ever since I was a little girl, that's been my dream, to own a boutique. So
girls will dream.
Yes. Like, and you know, we love fashion. We
Of
love
course.
Clothes. We love to put clothes on. We love dressing ourselves up.
I love
feeling
my
pretty,
brat style, baby.
Period.
Period.
And so my first endeavor was a boutique.
Okay.
And I opened it here in Clinton, probably around 2011, 2012.
Okay.
It was called Love DC Boutique.
Okay.
And it's so crazy because everybody thought that I was from DC,
DC.
because it was Love DC.
So where did that name come from?
The actual meaning of it is Dikia Curien.
Okay.
Because my name is Dikia Curien.
Right.
So I got the name. It was kind of like a love letter. Like, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. And I'm giving it to you all.
Yes, with your love.
With my love.
Yes.
So it was like finishing off a love letter. Love, Dikia Curien.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, it just went from there. It was on 701.
Okay.
I was so scared because I've never owned a business. This is my first business, you know, so I was very, very, very nervous about, you know, starting it. But once I was able to kind of get in there and learn, you know, how everything was supposed to be, I got a lot more comfortable with it. Yeah.
Okay, so from your boutique, Love Dikia, Love DC, how did you get to where you are today?
Okay. So that's crazy. I opened my boutique and I had gone different places. I would take day trips to go to different markets, to go shopping for different clothes to bring back here. I would go to New York, Vegas, different places. And that's how I learned, you know, to network with people. And I learned about wholesaling.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know that when you're starting a business, you must have that supply, because you can't supply your shoppers.
Exactly. So I learned about wholesale. I learned about pricing, you know, because you have to be able to price your goods for people. So yeah, I opened my store. And it was just so weird how I started doing hair. It's so crazy. I tell people this in the shop sometimes. I could not braid hair at all.
I believe you, because when I first started braiding, they would look like, I can't even describe it. It was not a braid. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. I could not braid hair. And then I had girls. Like I have.
So you had to learn something.
So yeah, I couldn't even really braid their hair like that. It was so crazy. I had got my hair braided one day and I had, you know, longer hair back then. And the lady took 2 days to braid my hair. And then whenever she finished, my hair was so heavy. The braids were so heavy.
So she must have had a lot of hair in your head.
Yeah, it was just too much. And then when I took them out, she had cut like 1 inch or 2 of my hair off. I was so upset. But anyways, I started watching YouTube. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to braid my own hair.
A lot of people say they go to YouTube Academy now.
Yeah, YouTube, I'm telling you. And back then, like whenever I was on YouTube, it wasn't like it is now with the shorts and all that stuff. Yeah. Like it was long, you know, videos. But I got up there and I was determined, you know, that I was going to braid my own hair. And I did. And when I tell you them braids was pretty, oh my God, I was shocked at myself how, you know, nice they came out. And a young lady saw my hair And she was like, who did your hair? And I was like, I did.
Yeah.
What you mean? And she was like, well, can you do mine?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what?
That's crazy how, you know, you take a leap of faith on doing something for yourself and it goes from there.
Right.
So like you were saying, you taught yourself. Do you feel that if you didn't go to YouTube and you didn't have the, what am I trying to say? If you didn't have YouTube to teach you to braid, do you feel like you would be where you are now?
I feel like I would, because I'm a pretty determined person. Okay. So even without YouTube, I would have figured it out on my own.
Of course.
I would have figured out how to braid on my own.
So with that determination, do you feel that's how you become the person that you are today?
You have to be very determined.
Mm-hmm.
I've been very determined my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, you know, so we had to work,
of course,
you know, and I was never good at keeping a job.
Yeah.
I was not good at keeping a job.
It's hard.
When I tell you the longest I had a job working for someone else was like a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was over it. You know, I don't like people telling me what to do.
Because you prefer to be your own boss.
I prefer to be my own boss. So yeah, you have to be determined that, you know, once you set your goals, that you're going to go get it, and you're not going to let anything stop you.
Of course.
You know, I've been in business for a very long time, and I faced a whole lot of challenges, but I just don't let anything stop me. I have good days, I have bad days, but you just have to keep going, you know.
And I agree, because, you know, some days you just don't want to get out that bed. You want to turn over and just keep going.
But you got it, because when you're working for yourself, there's nobody there to tell you, you know, to get up. You set your own time. Right. You know, if you don't come in, you know, there's nobody to penalize you. You know, there's nobody to fire you. You have to really make it happen for yourself, because nobody else is going to do it. So if you don't have that mindset, you're not going to make it.
Of course.
You know.
So even with that piece of advice you just gave the audience out here, what would you tell future cosmetologists coming up if they dream of having their own salon like me? I'm in cosmetology school right now, and I do want to have my own business like you do. Here in my hometown, you know, a lot of people say they'll get their license and they'll go to Raleigh or Charlotte. And I feel like, why would I leave where I was bred? You know, but I feel like you should, what do they say? You should be rich for the people that were broke with you, basically.
Got you. Mm-hmm. And that's, you know, it's funny that you say that, because I've been in business for a long time, and I've met a lot of people. And I enjoy, you know, everybody that I've met. And I think it is important to strike out in your hometown first, because people know you. Yeah. You know, you're familiar with the area. You're a lot more comfortable putting yourself out there than you are, you know, going somewhere where you don't know anyone. So if you are a little afraid, it might be easier to start in your hometown where you're more familiar with people. And then you have the support of your family, right? That they can stop in and help you or just lift you up, you know, whenever you need it. So yeah, it's good to be home, of course, you know, and then you're able to learn in your hometown so that you build yourself up. And when you're ready to step out, you're a lot more confident, you know,
because you've been, you know, walking around your own stomping grounds pretty much.
You've gotten experience, you know, where you might be a little nervous to go out of town and do hair because you don't know anyone, you know.
How did you feel your first time out of town doing hair?
Well, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been doing hair so long that it doesn't really bother me to go places and do hair, because I'm so familiar. It's natural to me. I'm so comfortable with it.
Like second nature now.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me, because once you get the foundation and you're comfortable with it, then it's just a matter of, are you able to socialize and interact with different people? Now that may be a challenge for some people. Right.
And it's funny you say that, because people always love to talk about the clients they interact with. You know, some clients are going to be your best friend, and some is going to be your worst nightmare. Right. So from you being in this business, how many nightmare clients have you encountered?
I actually have not had that many.
I believe it, because you're such a wonderful person.
I was going to say, you have to be very, very nice.
Yeah. She's done my hair before, y'all, and I'm telling you, it was like an angel touched my head. I ain't lying to you now. I'm telling you.
I try to treat everybody with the same respect, if not more, than what I want for myself.
I agree.
I don't treat anybody bad. I treat everybody with love, with kindness. There have been clients that, have not been satisfied, but I just try to do my best,
right? That's all you
to
can
make
do.
them, comfortable. And if I can't, then maybe I'm not the stylist for you.
Them.
There's
and
so
that's
many
what
of us.
People don't understand. Every stylist is not for you.
Right.
Just because you see them trending and they're doing this person's hair, they might not have the best thing for you. You know? And a lot of people around, they don't think that they don't think about what it is to truly be a hairstylist. They just think about, all you gotta do is put some braids in there. It's more than that. I gotta look at your face. I gotta see what kind of hair texture you got, because all of that factors in.
Right.
And if they don't think about that, they think you're just getting paid to stand and do nothing. No, it's way more than that.
It's a lot.
And I feel that, especially with the way the world is today, I've been seeing on TikTok, braiders have been coming out saying that they're not being paid what they should be paid. Because people always say, why am I paying you $300 to do some braids I can do at home? Can you do it at home?
Can you?
Like, do you know I'm standing on my feet for maybe 10 plus more hours to give you the braids that you want? And you might just get up and walk out and give me a thank you. Then can't get my content from you. People don't think about everything it takes to be a hairstylist. So from you being a hairstylist for so many years, what are some tips you can give to those that are trying to break into the hair industry?
Well, whenever I first started, because I knew that no one knew that I could do hair, and I was just starting out, I was a newbie, I offer a lot of freestyles. And the purpose behind that was to get content so that I could post and people could see my work. And I stayed consistent with that. I would do like a free hairstyle a week. And that way I could showcase, what I could do, what I was capable of. And then I post my pictures, And from that, I began to get more people come in because it's like, oh, okay, she's for real. She really knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. So you have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone and do things that you wouldn't normally do because nobody wants to work for free.
That's true.
We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our family. But whenever you're new, sometimes you have to do things that you don't necessarily want to do. So you may have to offer a free hairstyle. You may have to get someone to come in and let you do different things to their hair just so you can show what you're capable of and people begin to see it.
And just for that practice
trust
too.
You, right. And you build yourself up. So that's what I did. I offered a lot of freestyles. I was consistent. I worked day and night. Some days I would go home probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I would jump right back up at 8 o'clock and I was right back at the shop, doing hair.
And having that drive is hard to find. A lot of people don't think about, the business side of being a hairstylist. The books, the product, the clients. That's really the hardest thing, is to keep up with your clients and keeping your products filled. Because if you don't have that, you can't execute on what you're trying to do.
You can't. You can't. And whenever I was starting out, I would have to, back then they didn't have, I started out doing braids. They didn't have the stretch expression hair that we have now.
Yeah. It
came in the long 80, I think it was like 84 inches, and you would have to cut that hair up yourself.
Yeah.
So sometimes I would have people bring hair in a day, ahead of time,
before,
just so I could take an hour and a half to get the hair ready. So it was a lot that came with it. But whenever you're determined and you know that you want something, you don't mind doing it. You don't mind doing it. And I didn't mind, because I knew that if I didn't do that, I wasn't going to have any money.
Right.
And I like money.
I know that's right.
I like
what she
money.
said, sexy love money, sexy love cars. I know what she said. So
yeah.
Now I want to talk about this beautiful wig you have up here.
Yeah. So I love wigs.
Yes,
I absolutely love wigs. This is an 8-inch.
You can pick it up so we can see what it looks like.
It's an 8-inch transparent lace front wig.
Beautiful.
This one came pre-made, and there's a difference between pre-made and then like a custom made wig. So with the pre-made wig, it comes already together.
Yeah.
You have your lace front here. And like I said, this one is transparent. And then the tracks, it always comes assembled. And I colored it I did some different colors of blonde
It's
because I
beautiful.
love blonde.
Yes, it's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Yeah, so I also make custom wigs.
So let's talk about that. What could I do to get one of your custom wigs?
Okay. To get a custom wig,
Mhm.
you need to come in and get measured. I measure the circumference of your head, and then you give me the details of what type of wig you're interested in.
So what all do you do? What kind of wigs do you do? All of them?
Pretty much.
Okay.
As whenever it comes to custom wigs, I kind of like to stick with closures. There's a difference between closures and lace fronts. Closure is a smaller piece. The lace front is going to go from ear to ear. But
So that'll be like a 13 by 4.
13 by 4, 13 by 6. The closures, they start at 2 by 6 and they go all the way up to like a 7 by 7, 8 by 8. But when it comes to custom wigs, I try to stick with the closure wigs.
Okay.
Yeah, but you just let me know, closure, lace front, what kind of hair you want, texture, do you want body wave?
Oh, so you don't have a specific, type of hair that you like to use?
No, it's whatever you want. I try my best to satisfy the people who come to me. So
let's talk about your drops that you have here.
yes. So this is some oil, Dikia Curien. Got it on lock.
Of course.
Because when you put these drops in, that growth is going to be on lock. Okay. But yeah, I came up with this a few years ago, and it's got some really good essential oils in it. It's a very light oil. It's not heavy.
Right.
I wanted it to be light so that it would actually saturate and soak into your scalp and not just sit on top of your scalp. It has eucalyptus in it, and eucalyptus is like it gives you a tingling sensation.
Yeah, like
and
peppermint.
That, to me, lets you know that it's actually working in your scalp. But yeah, it's really good for hair growth. I've sold this to a lot of people, and they love it. Most of them come back and buy some more. I do have some available.
Of course.
If you want to stop by, it's $10 a bottle.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been making this for a few years now. Love this oil.
You make it at your house?
I do. Okay. I make it at home.
So when did you start making your own products? Is it just the oil that you have?
No, I have the oil. I have some lace wig glue. That's what I use for all my installs. And baby,
y'all heard that signature?
Yes.
Everything signature by Miss Curien.
I tell you that glue is not gonna move. It's not gonna move.
Okay. That's what the girls like, baby.
It's not going anywhere. Sweat, whatever. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. So I had this idea, Dikia Curien, that's my brand.
Right.
That's the name of my salon, Dikia Curien Beauty. So I was like, let's just take it a step further. I want to have products.
Right.
I have my hair, but I also want to have products. So I have my oil, I have my glue, I have caps, for your wig to put on up under your wig.
Like the HD lace caps.
I have headbands to keep your lace down.
Okay, baby, she got everything for you.
I got what you need. I got lashes, that I always send whenever someone orders a wig. I package it up and I include lashes. This is one of my wigs. This is a 10-inch deep wave. It's a transparent, just like the other.
Yes, let's see.
We're going to pull this thing out the pack. Okay. Pack touchdown.
Love to unpackage a good crisp wig, don't we, ladies?
And this is deep wave. I'm going to let
Beautiful.
you hold it.
Beautiful.
I tried to get at least 180% density.
Yes,
that's why she said it was thick, because I try to get thick wigs.
Very soft.
Nobody wants a skimpy wig.
Beautiful lace, baby. Hold up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So from everything that you've accomplished so far, where do you see your brand, Dikia Curien, taking you in the future?
Honestly, I would love, I've already expanded to Fayetteville. I have a suite in Fayetteville. I've been there probably about 3 or 4 months now. Okay. But my dream is to have multiple locations. I want to be the largest hair supplier,
I know that's
wig
right.
supplier,
Of course.
in North Carolina.
Okay.
Just to start.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like an Amazon for wigs,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I just want to also, I have a class coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a class tip, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a sipping tip.
Okay.
But I also want to start doing events like this, like
Mm-hmm.
the sipping tip, just to kind of help other young ladies who may be in the hair industry, in the fashion industry.
Mm-hmm.
They might not know, you know, how to start, what they need to do.
And we would love to sit down with a vet as yourself, you know, to get the tips of the trade that you don't get in cosmetology.
Right,
yes.
right. Because you're not going to get everything.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the things that I learned was through failure.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever think that you're not going to fail, because you're going to fail.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to fail, but it's just a matter of learning from that failure and
Mm-hmm.
picking yourself up,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So if you can have someone that doesn't mind telling you about their failures,
Mm-hmm.
and that way you can learn from it, it kind of
Mm-hmm.
gives you a head start. You know?
And it's funny you say that, because a lot of stylists, they want to act like, oh, I've been doing this, been coming out, you know, they want to act like what am I trying to say? They want to act like they've always had work that looked like this, like they haven't started from the bottom. You know what they say? Well, show me where your bottom is.
Oh, baby.
They always want to jump out and say, well, I've been top notch. No, you haven't.
Mm-mm.
And then it's like when girls are asking them, well, oh, can you teach me how to do this? Can you show me how to do this? They're like, you can learn your own like I did. And it's like sometimes you don't run into a stylist that wants to help a fellow stylist because they're afraid of competition,
Right.
or they're afraid of them taking their clientele, when it's not even that. Girl, I just want you to teach me how to braid.
Right.
Show me a little something that I don't know.
Right.
And I feel that more stylists should get together so we can show me how to put this wig on. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to put these false locks in. You know, we can combine together.
That's
but
true.
everybody doesn't think about the outcome of how it can be if we as Black women and Black men come together versus us always pinning ourselves against each other.
Right. That's
And
so true.
I just want to say I'm so happy to sit down with me today.
I'm so grateful.
I've learned so much
Yeah.
since you've been here. And I just want to, a question that I have for you.
Okay.
What is one thing that you've done through your career that you always look back and you think of that's like a defining moment for you?
When I opened my beauty supply store, that to me was Black girl magic.
I know that's right.
That was Black girl magic.
Mhm.
I always look back on that like I was afraid to do it.
Mhm.
But when I look back, I'm glad I did.
Mhm.
Because I got I learned so much
Mhm.
about the business
Mhm.
and myself,
Mhm.
you know, that I always look back at that, and that's a proud moment for me. You know, I always say that I opened the first Black beauty supply store,
Right.
you know, in Clinton, and
Right.
it may not have been, I don't know, but I was just so proud of myself.
'Cause that's true. You
because that
don't
was an
see many around
accomplishment.
here.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was an accomplishment.
Of course.
And I was on Front Street, you
Mhm.
know, it was a really good feeling to
Mhm.
know that I was able to step out and do that. It was my brother and I,
Mhm.
his name's Andre.
Okay.
We were able to step out and do that. So I always look back at that as something that I'm very proud of.
Well, I'm proud of you as well. You know, me being a up and coming cosmetologist, I look forward to having my own salon one day. You know, I don't really know how far I want to take my career as of yet, but I do know that I want to work for myself. Because like you said, you know, after a while you just look at you like, I don't want to work for nobody else. And I can't wait until I break into the entrepreneurial game like you. You know, hopefully I'll be one of the greats like you know.
You definitely will. And all you have to do is just remember that if you want it,
Mhm.
you can have it.
course.
If it's something you really want,
Mhm.
don't let anything stop you from going to get it.
Mhm.
And and I say this, and I'm proud of myself.
Mhm.
You know, I've never worked in anyone else's shop.
Mm.
I've always
That's-
had my own
That's
shop,
a dream that I
you
look
know.
forward to, not having to work under someone
Right.
else.
And you can do that
Mhm.
coming out.
Mhm.
You know, you
And
can
that's what
do
they
that.
say, but
Yeah.
it's like, as you're in cosmetology school, you're really nervous, like, whew, my client is here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, your teacher's breathing down your neck sometimes, but it's like, am I gonna actually be able to do this once I leave these blue scrubs in this lab floor? I think about that every day I went to class. Like, am I gonna actually be able to do something with my degree that I'm getting? But I feel that as long as I have the right support system, my teachers are great, you know, I'll push to that next level.
Right.
But it's like I have to figure out what I want that next level to be. So Are there any tips that you have of the trade, you know, that might not be out there?
Huh. I kind of take, and if I see something in my head, I'm gonna try it, you know, and it doesn't always turn out
like how
the
you
way
in
I
your
see
head.
it in my head, you know, but I try it. And once I try it, okay, I critique myself. I am my biggest critique. You know, I critique myself so bad.
That perfectionism, they get on me about that all the time.
And if I see, I take a picture, I study it, and I'm like, I could have did this different. And so what I try to do is, whenever I do it again, the things that I saw was wrong, I make sure I correct
go back and fix it,
you know, and then I move on from there. And that has helped me to learn a lot of things, you know. But I would just say, as far as like tips is concerned, there's so much stuff out there, you can't even say what someone does or doesn't know. Just be true to yourself.
Right.
And that's like very old. Just be true to yourself. I can't be anybody else but Dikia.
But you, right.
You know, I know who I am as a person. I know my nature. I stick with that. I don't try to go above it. I don't go beneath it. I stick with who I am, and that works for me. You know, I get clients that are for me. Yeah. You know, they enjoy the atmosphere at my shop.
And that's what people always have to, they forget. When you're looking for a stylist, you're looking for a salon, you have to find something that caters to you. Just because you see she's trending on TikTok, you see she's trending on Instagram, baby, that don't mean she for you.
Right.
And people are afraid to try different hairstylists these days because they don't know, is she gonna mess my hair up? I don't know if she's doing this, she's doing that. But they are always, you have to be able to take that chance.
Right.
And if you don't, you'll never find who's best for you. You'll never find that one thing that's best for you. Like you found your niche. So in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
In 10 years, I see myself not doing hair. I see myself owning, you know, a wig company larger than what I have now.
Of course.
I see myself with a few more shops, salons, scattered throughout North Carolina. There's a couple more things that I have.
But you know, you don't want to speak on
soon.
everything.
I don't want to speak too soon, but I definitely see myself retired from doing hair and just excelling in the extensions industry because that's where my heart is. I really love wigs. I really love extensions. You know, that's where my heart is.
Didn't you used to have like a bundle box?
I do have bundle boxes. Okay. Yeah, I do have bundle boxes. So you can get bundles, you can get closures, of course, wigs. I have a couple more things that I hope to introduce to you all, you know, come fall and winter. But yeah, I try to keep a variety of different things. I'm always trying to think of different things I can do, even down to clothes, you know.
I remember you said you had dabbled in the fashion industry.
Yeah, I did. So I'm always just trying to think of different ways. My thing is I'm trying to think of different ways to make money.
Of course. But what you say, sexy love money now.
Whatever I can do that I enjoy, because I don't want to do anything that I don't enjoy. Because if I do something I don't enjoy, I'm not going to want to get up and do it anymore.
Right, because if you don't love what you do, why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it? So I just try to find things that I enjoy doing that I'm going to benefit from and where I can help somebody. You know, as a business owner, you want to solve a problem for people.
Of course.
Because if I'm in business and I'm not solving anything for anybody, I'm not gonna have any business.
Right.
So, you know, in the hair industry, the problem is we want our hair done. The solution is you have to be skilled enough in your craft that you're able to provide a service that not only will people come check you out once, but they'll become a loyal client and they want to keep coming back. You know, it's good to have people come, okay, I just wanted to see, you know, just wanted to check you out. Yeah. And they may never come again. And I appreciate you for coming. But the goal is to have repeat clients.
So how do you, and we about to, so yeah. We good? Okay. So like you were saying, your loyal clientele, how do you feel you've built your clientele throughout the years?
Just being consistent with people, just trying my best to be consistent with people. I don't put anything on them that I wouldn't put on myself. I'm one of them hairstylists where if I'm late, I'm gonna give you a discount.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna work with you because your time is just as valuable as mine. So I try my best to, you know, not cancel on people. Of course, things happen, you know, where I have to cancel. I have children, so sometimes things may come up with them.
Life.
And I have to do what I have to do. But I try my best to just be there. I try my best to treat people the way I want to be treated. And a lot of people nowadays don't realize that customer service will take you a long way.
People don't know how to treat people.
You have to treat people right.
Yes.
You know, you have to do your best to treat people right. And I'm not saying that I always get it right, but I try my best to do whatever I can for people. But I don't want to go past a certain, you know, limit, because there is a limit. I do have boundaries. Right. But I just try my best to be what I want from people. I try to give that. So I feel like that has helped me as far as people, you know, coming back, because I just try to treat people good. Right. You know. And I feel that's the best way to be, because you can't find that stylist that treats you like family these days. Right. So once you find one, you need to keep it and hold on to it. And also, I don't have favorites. If I do hair, I do hair. Right. I don't do one person's hair better than I do another person. And I noticed that, you know, I see that a lot on social media now, where a lot of people feel like some stylists do another person's hair better than they do someone else's hair. I don't do that. I give 100% every time, in everything I do. And I feel the same way, because whenever I'm doing somebody's hair, I always say my name is on this. Exactly. So you go out here in these streets and you say this is Styles by Koya. Exactly. I didn't look like that. It's not Styles by Koya. Right. So. And so that's why I don't mind, you know, if something is wrong, I don't mind. Come let me know so that we can try to fix it. Right. You know, but yeah, just be yourself. Be, you know, if you know that you're weak in an area, strengthen it. Because all you can do is keep working on it. Yeah, practice makes perfect. That's what they always say. And if you know you're strong in an area, get stronger. You know, you're never going to be the absolute best at somebody, because there's always going to be someone better than you. But strive to do your best in everything you do. Of course. And you'll see, you'll reap the benefits from it. I agree. Yeah. I agree. It's been such a great, lovely time talking to you today. I've enjoyed it. And I want to thank you for coming to speak with us on The Hottest with Hot Girl. And I guess we see who the hottest is, y'all. Miss Dikia Curien herself. So I will see y'all the next time on The Hottest with Hot Girl. Bye. Hi, everyone. My name is Dikia Curien. I am the owner of Dikia Curien Beauty. I have 2 locations to serve you. One located here in Clinton, and I also have another location in Fayetteville near downtown. I've been in business for about 12 to 13 years, providing braids, natural hairstyles, and I also install wigs. Speaking of wigs, I am a wig provider. I carry all kinds of wigs from closures to lace fronts. I also have bundles available for purchase. My brand, Dikia Curien, is featured on my site. We'll include the link in the video. I have pre-made wigs. I try to keep them packaged so that you know exactly where you got it from. I have oil. You know, we have to keep something to put on our scalp. We don't want dry scalp. We want to have a hydrated scalp that promotes growth. I also have lace wig caps. I provide lace melting bands, and I also provide lace glue, because we always want a flawless install. That wig has got to be melted. If you would like a custom wig, I also do that as well. You can get custom color. You can get a custom size. If you decide that you want a custom wig, I can do that for you as well. And guess what? I hand sew all of my wigs, so they will fit you and only you. If you decide that you want to shop with me, like I said before, the link will be included in this video. Also, my shop in Clinton is located at 300 Beeman Street, Suite C. My shop in Fayetteville is located at 607 German Street, Suite C. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys soon, and make sure you book with me.
We all got the same 24. What you gonna do with yours?